Hello everybody, what is going on, and welcome back to Plague Inc. When we left off, we had beaten the virus on normal, and we were going to move on to Fungus on normal, and I went and played through the entirety of Fungus on normal, and then realized that it wasn't recording. So we're going to go ahead and do on Brutal instead. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to name it Exo Outburst. That sounds as good as anything. We're actually going to take out the chance of it mutating. And we're going to go ahead and leave in all of our other genes. Actually, no. You know what? We're going to leave that in. And we're going to go ahead and just start with our Fungus, Exo Outburst. We're going to start in Saudi Arabia, as always. And now what we're going to do that's going to be a little bit different than normal is we're going to wait until we have about 60 to 65-ish DNA before we actually do anything. Because if we do that, it'll make our infectivity crazy high, crazy fast. And I do think that that would be a pretty good move, especially if it's something that is so slow and stagnant when it comes to transmission. If we just wait and get all of the transmissions at the same time, I think it should play out in our favor that way. So be a little bit patient in the beginning, and just go ahead and grab all of the symptoms at once. Get ourselves all the way up to extreme bioaerosol. Now, when I recorded this the last time, I got all the way to the very end, and I got a little bit antsy waiting for that last. There was like 1 million people left, and I couldn't just sit and wait. And I decided to give it a bunch of symptoms. They caught it, and they cured it right then and there. They cured it. It was really sad because we were that close. All I had to do was play it cool for just a minute. Because I didn't have enough points to get to total organ failure. And I didn't think to maybe wait until I knew for sure I could get it. And then in a last-ditch attempt to try and fix it, I accidentally devolved and then re-evolved the trait, which wasted a bunch of points. Did that just say Texas votes to ban guns? That will never happen. See, some of these news articles are funny. Also, you may be wondering, the music in the background, why is it so quiet? And that is because on my last video on the virus, you may notice the last, I believe, 2 to 3 minutes was taken down by YouTube because it was copyright strike. So luckily, they let me keep the video up, but they did take out all of the audio from the last few minutes. So I'm hoping that keeping the volume down a little bit on the background music, though this is claimed to be copyright free, I'm hoping that keeping it turned down a little bit will help kind of keep it in check. And maybe if it isn't copyright free, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, but if it isn't for some reason, maybe keeping it turned down a little bit will help maybe, I don't know, squeak under the radar. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to do anything malicious with it. It's a little frustrating that the last couple minutes of my video are taken down because of a song. Like, I'm not making any money off of it. I don't know why it was that big of a deal, but it is what it is. Welcome to YouTube 2019. Nausea symptom mutated. I don't want any of these symptoms that you're giving me. It is, to be fair though, a pretty good source of DNA to get us kick-started a little bit while we're waiting for this 60 some odd DNA. In fact, I'm gonna wait for just the next bubble to pop. 61, I think that's enough. If I did my math right. Yep, 61. There we go. Now it should start spreading like crazy. because we've just made the jump all the way up to extreme bioaerosol. So hopefully now we should really start spreading, in theory. So on fast forward, I got extreme bioaerosol. It's just taking its sweet ass time, I guess. Well, it's really not going how I thought it would go. I was really hoping that that jump would get us spreading like mad. We'll get some DNA coming in quick. But it really hasn't been the flood of DNA I was expecting. You know, 19 isn't bad. But it's also really not what I thought I was going to be getting. So a little bit disappointing. Try and get some cold resistance so we can get up into Russia. Maybe over to Canada. Up to Greenland. There we go, we made it up to Canada. Can we get up into Russia? We also have no presence at all in Africa. Which is disappointing, to say the least. Stop mutating symptoms. Okay, see, now we're starting to really get going. That's what I was looking for. We still need to get up into Greenland and the other islands around, New Zealand, New Guinea, down here. We did make it to Madagascar, though. Now see, what I'm not going to do is get environmental hardening, because it's very expensive and doesn't make that much of a difference. And those 35 extra points we'll be saving by not purchasing that will probably help us a lot in getting our last, it'll be that last step to get up into, God, I can't talk today. The last step to get up into organ failure for us, which is really what we need at the end for that final kick. Come on. Get it going. There we go. Oh my god, Russia's just all of a sudden gone. Jesus. Russia just went from like super green to super dead in like 1 second. That was crazy. So I haven't made it to New Zealand, but there's hope. And the Caribbean. But, come on, stop with the symptoms. Now, I know that this has been a little bit more boring than something like, say, the virus, which was very quick and very kind of just bang, bang, bang. It was just going. But, the fungus works a little bit different, and it's been described, if you look on the subreddits and Wikipedia page for Plague Inc., you'll find that it's very, what a lot of people describe it as bacteria, but more boring. And I can see where they get that. It's very slow starting. But I do think that it's definitely got its place. It's interesting to work with something that spreads so awkwardly and so slowly. Here we go, we made it to the Caribbean. Still need to make it into Greenland and Finland and Sweden. Looks like we got New Zealand finally. We made it into Norway and the Baltic states, so there's definite progress. Definite progress being made. But yeah, this entire setup is kind of a hurry up and wait, isn't it? Hopefully as we move into things like Mega Brutal down the line, it should get more exciting and more fun to watch, more involved. And of course, especially we will also move into custom scenarios once we have beaten the mainline ones. But I don't like to go into this with a guide because I feel like that ruins a little bit of the learning, and the fun of it for me is kind of just having to guess and figure things out and try. I know this strategy is not really any different than the bacteria one, but to try and mix it up a little bit, I waited before I jumped on all the transmission symptoms, and I thought about doing that as well with the genetic hardening and all of the resistances, but that would be very boring to have not even menus opening up for the entire game. So we just need to get up into Greenland. Come on, Greenland. No one wants to go from like Prince Edward Island over to Greenland, or from Iceland over to Greenland. Nobody. Somebody just went to Greenland, but they're not making it sit. Come on. Come on. Go to Greenland. Somebody go to Greenland and bring an infection with you. I'm actually not going to leave it zoomed in because if we do end up getting a DNA bubble, I want to be able to pop it. Man, we're sitting pretty on the DNA. I missed it. Guess it didn't matter. Could have stayed zoomed in on Greenland. And yeah, this game has the world's population set to 7.124 billion. 7,124,000,000. So that's kind of what we're waiting for. Wait, did it just not give me a single point? Is it not letting me hold more than 100 points? Because I know I've had more than 100 points before. Interesting. Still nothing going on in Greenland. Just waiting on you, Greenland. Someday I'll get up into Greenland. It's weird, everyone had this game on their phones in middle school and early high school for me. It's when it was like super hugely popular, at least where I'm from. And I forget, now that I'm sitting down and playing this game again, I really like this game. It's weird to me how much I've been missing out on, how many custom scenarios there have been, because I just didn't sit down and put the time into learn this game. Still nobody in Greenland. I'm pretty sure everywhere else in the world, except for Greenland, is like basically full on dead, or full on infected, I should say. Nobody's dead yet. Come on, Greenland. Okay, it's gotta get to Greenland at some point, right? There's no way it can't get to Greenland. Like, there's nobody else even in the world that's not sick in Greenland, or outside of Greenland. Come on. I have to get up into Greenland before I do anything. Absolutely have to. Man, this is just the best gameplay, isn't it? Like, just sitting here watching Greenland, you know? This sweet map simulator right now. Red map simulator. Come on, Greenland. Will cost 2 DNA points. I didn't realize fungus costs to devolve. Maybe that's where I was wrong. Again, it doesn't even matter if I stay zoomed in or not, because we already have so much DNA that really doesn't. We just need someone to get up into Greenland. Come on. Man, this sure is a built-in video padding, isn't it? Really making sure I'm getting... I'm not even making money though, so there's no reason to pad out the video, I guess. Just padding for the sake of padding. I'm seeing red boats go around Greenland, but none of them are going to Greenland. Yeah, it's just the population of Greenland left. There is nobody left outside of Greenland. As soon as we can get a boat up to Greenland, this will be a whole different ball game. Come on, Greenland. Is it just waiting on Greenland simulator? We did it, we made it to Greenland. Oh my god. I just want to watch Greenland fall. Fucking Greenland, man. Come on, look at that. Greenland is slowly but surely falling, just like the rest of the world. Sure, taking their sweet time with it, though. I'm not gonna evolve any symptoms yet, because I know we're in Greenland, but given Brutal, and, you know, I'm assuming Mega Brutal as well, if I jump this gun too early, they're going to cure it, and I'm not gonna get the satisfaction of killing Greenland. I hope Greenland goes first, honestly. Greenland's just sitting up there all smug, not sick. Making the entire world wait on them. So I can end them. They made us wait just for Greenland for like 5 minutes, maybe even longer, just for Greenland. It's absolutely ridiculous. Part of me wants to start evolving a bunch of really infective symptoms to spread it really fast, but I know if I do, it's just going to cause problems. Plus, it's starting to pick up. Their whole population's only, what, like 53,000? Oh, it's more than that, okay. How was it then when I clicked on the world map? It was saying that there were 53,000 something left. I guess that's everybody. Now we can finally go into the symptoms. Total organ failure, we'll get comas, we'll get pulmonary fibrosis, we'll get paralysis, And that should do it. People are going to notice that there's a disease that everybody has. No healthy people left in the world, right, as it starts to kill everybody. And at this point, we don't care if it mutates. I just really hope we can race that cure, because that cure is going very quickly. Cure is going insanely quickly, holy crap. But so is our virus. Go ahead and get some genetic hardening, maybe slow them down a tad. And slow them down a tad more. And get a genetic reshuffle. Slow them down even more. At this point, it's just hurry up and, try and choke that cure as much as we can. Really try and put a damper on it. But I think we did it. I think we got it. Now that Greenland finally took a hint. That was all it took. We just had to wait for Greenland. They can't even cure it. Wonder how it would feel to look on the news one day and see that there's only 30 million people left in the entire world. Going from, the 7.2 billion to like 100 million or something. That would be terrifying. But what are you going to do about it? I mean, I guess at that point, you're screwed, I don't know if you're screwed necessarily, it would seem really lonely and empty, I guess. Finland's government has fallen. Pakistan's government has fallen. I'm assuming, every government's falling because there's no people to run it. And with that, we have successfully completed Brutal with the fungus. Granted, it took forever. 2,256 days is a long time. But we did it. And that's what matters. Now we have Aquasite, which is going to probably be my new go-to. We'll just click on the virus just for shits and giggles. It's going to be my new go-to because Aquasite, having the ability to spread in the water, is definitely a plus. Definitely something you're going to want. So that is going to be all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.